is not that great. But and this hatchery I'm actually gonna be, and oh, that's a big battle over here, and force field's going down over here, and there's so much action right now on the map, and I don't even know what to say. Just Colossi, Psy Storms, and everything going down, and those force fields are doing their job. But roaches, it's so hard to kill those roaches because they have so much health, and a couple more Psy Storm over here, and all of these Hydra are actually gonna go down, and Huk really needs to start warping in some more units somewhere. Whoa, what is that force field over there? A little bit miss micro, but immortals are in a place, and force fields are everywhere. I don't even know what to do with these force fields. Look at this. Force fields preventing all of these units from attacking them, but Hug's gonna back down because he really need to warp in some more High Templars and do a couple more Side Storms over here to finish off these Hydras. Look at these Hydras, they don't have that much energy at all, and Side Storm going down, killing a couple Hydras over here, and going down on top of these roaches, softening them up a little bit more, but Artosis is gonna back down, so does the Hug, and both players gonna exchange pretty big losses. They both lost a lot of minerals on those armies. And look at this, all of these units are in yellow, but they're actually, if he has borrow, he can borrow his roaches and they can really regenerate super fast. And look at this, these expansion getting kind of saturated. This is not saturated at all, but he only mining gas from these expansion. And I don't see any broodlings, but I see the Ultralisk cavern. So where's the Ultra? We're gonna see some Ultras in this game, which is really great. I haven't not seen Ultra action since Hydra game versus Druby, or Demaga versus Morrow. That was game pretty epic, I have to say. And Ultralisk Cavern is actually kinda in the middle of the ramp or something like that. And look at these army. This army is not that great, but he's getting more stalkers and a lot of more gateways. Or you wanna call them warp gates probably by now. Look at that, how many warp gates is that? That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 over here and 4 over here. So we have 11 warp gates going. Actually it's gonna be for the Huk. And that's a lot of warp gates. And look at these Zerglings just chilling over here, hiding. You really need to get an observer, trying to spot any units, because Artosis has borrow, so he can just use his borrow roaches and break into the Hux's base, just crawling in here, the mineral line, and start killing some probes. But he's not doing. That's a lot of changelings, and they all like, they look nasty before they change. They're not even changing at all. How are you supposed not to spawn them if they're not changing? Look, I don't think it'd be too late for them to change. And whoa, you want to tell me that you did not see that? And this one actually makes into the base, so he's gonna get some good scouting information for the Artosis. And these roaches are borrow, and you can't really do nothing against. And if they need to unborrow behind these High Templars to do as much damage as they can, but they borrowing in and they doing damage to the Immortals, and the Psy Storm's going down on top of these roaches, softening up a little bit more, and another one, and another one. There's so many Psy Storms going down from the Hug. It's not even. Look how many Psy Storms. They're like 7 or 10 Psy Storms, and there's still more Psy Storm. And look how much damage they did. They killed all the army of the Artosis pretty much. All the units went down to all the Psy Storms. Those Psy Storms do 80 damage, so Hydralisk should be able to go down super fast to those Psy Storms. And Artosis really need to start rebuilding his army pretty fast, because he's a little bit behind right now, I think. He's ahead on the expansions, but a little bit behind on money income. And Huk really needs to start, I mean not money income, I mean units, he kinda low on the units because he lost a lot of them. And Huk really needs to start getting somewhere. He needs to expand over here or over here, and he can't expand because of the Zerglings are borrowed, and he really needs to get those observers on the field so he can kill those Zerglings so he can expand. And the cannon's going down, so he's trying to kind of put some cannons over here before they kill the Zergling without getting any observers at all. And Ultralisk is on the way. And where is this guy? Where's this little buddy gonna pop out? And Ultralisk gonna pop out of here. Look at this beast coming out. There's actually 4 more on the way, so this one's gonna be finished. 3 more, excuse me. And this beast is out, doing so much. 80 damage. I don't even know what ram damage does, but 44 damage versus armored units, that's a lot. And these roaches, I guess, didn't like the statue, trying to shoot it down. And this Ultra is like, what up guys, I'm the biggest one. And look at this army from Huk, so many Immortals, and Immortals doing 60 damage versus armor units, so they should be easily able to kill down all the roaches, Hydras, and any other one pretty much, because ooh, 60 damage, that's a lot. I think that's more than Ultralisk does. Ultralisk does only 44 against. And I don't even know what ram damage is, but 44 and 17. And look at this. Oh, Artosis is kind of getting there, pushing down Huk into the corner, but no, or the Psystorm are be able to scare down all the Artosis used units, and he's trying to push in with the Hydralisk, but he needs to push in with the Ultralisk to get a cover, and Ultralisk getting borrowed, and Psystorm's going down on top of these units, and it's so hard for Artosis to defend against this, because all these Psystorms are doing so much damage. Look at all these units, they're all in yellow and kind of red, and if he can warp in a couple more High Templars over here to reinforce this and put some more Starstorms on it, all these units might be able to go down, and these Immortals are doing so much damage. One Hydralisk go down and another Hydralisk go down. All the Ultralisk are down, and so does the Hydralisk, and our Huk coming on top this battle, and he should be able to kill this hatchery before Artosis can reinforce this. And I think there's 7 more Ultralisks should be popping out pretty much soon, and he's killing this expansion, which is really important, and he really needs to start focusing on this one too. And this High Templar has no energy, and he's just chilling over here. And Huk coming on top of this battle, and Artosis is really behind now. He lost so many units from this battle, and he's gonna lose 2 expansions, which is really not good for your economy at all. And those Broodlords are trying to do something over here, or those are Zerglings. And Huk is doing so much damage, but the Ultralisks are out. Dang, that's a lot of Ultras. Look at these guys. These guys are ginormous, whatever you want to call these, and level 3 weapons are going to be finishing up pretty soon for Huk, and these Immortals going to be even more effective against these. Look at these Ultralisks, look how fast they're going to die to these Immortals. Look, one of them's already down just to 3 Immortals, and the Psystorm's going down on top of these Ultralisks, and these Immortals are doing so much damage to these Ultras. Oh man, these Immortals are just plowing through the Ultralisk, and I don't even know what Artosis can do against these Immortals. They're doing so much damage. He needs to get some more Zerglings or something like that to surround those Immortals and kill him down, but he actually be able to survive this battle kind of. But he lost 2 hatcheries, which was the most important thing. And Huk got his expansion secure over here, but not over here. He should be able to get some gold expansion going around pretty soon, but this Zerglings is being really annoying. And what is this? Level armor 3, look at these. 3 and 3, 47 damage. Where's the Immortal? 65 damage. Immortal do 65 damage. That's just crazy, dude. 60. Oh man, it's like 2-shot Hydras, like 5 shots Ultralisk. Man, whoa, these guys are being lazy over here. They need to get to work. They need to start getting an expansion over here, just long distance mine, or do something with them, because that's a lot of probes. And Artosis is gonna try to rebuild his hatchery over here, which kind of be tricky. He should be getting one over here and trying to get some defenses on this ramp to prevent Huk from entering it. And Huk did so much damage, and he's gonna try to reinforce this, not reinforce, trying to attack again, because all of these units, Corruptors, we need to see some Broodlords from Artosis, because Broodlords would be really effective against these armies, since there is really not that many anti-air units. But that's a lot of Immortals. And the hatchery is gonna get cancelled before it's, and that drone did not really. And these guys, he pushing out with the drones. I'm about to say, if you're gonna bring all these probes into the battle, that would be really wasteful. Or I guess they're just gonna long distance mine the gold expansion, since this Zergling's being really annoying. And cannon's going down for the Huk, and Huk actually is gonna be pushing backwards. I don't know why, but this is a really big army for Artosis. Look at these Ultralisk, Corruptors, Overlords, some Hydras over here, and he needs to get those Mutas to turn them into Broodlords. Because Broodlords, oh, they would be so much effective against these units, because there is no anti-air. Look, there's only 1 Stalker, so Broodlords should be able to clean up this army pretty fast. But I don't know why Artosis is not getting any more units. And we're gonna see some borrowed roaches going down around here somewhere, and he really needs to start pushing out. I mean, Huk needs to start pushing out, because that's a pretty big army. Don't you agree with me? That's a huge freaking army. Just look how big it is. It's just amazingly big. And Artosis really needs to start getting some more units to kill against this, because Huk's army is way too big. Look at these High Templars over in the back, and there is more Stalkers, and there is no Observer still, so he can unborrow his units, and he is unborrowing the Roaches over here, but it's not really the great position. And look how many High Templars are over here, and if it's the Psystorms, he really needs to separate these units from the rest of them, because if this Psystorm's gonna go down, all of these Hydras might be able to go down, and they're all in red, and this Ultralisk not getting that much damage, but the Hydralisk getting so much damage from the Psystorm, and all the Hydras might gonna go down, and they are, and the Ultralisk is down, and the whole army of Artosis is done, and Artosis is gonna GG. So this has been game number 1 between Artosis and Huk, and thank you for watching.